Hi there, Scorpio. I hope you're doing really well wherever you are in the world. This is your June 2021 love reading. I hope it finds you well. Obviously, whenever you see this message is when you're meant to receive it, so it's timeless in that sense. And I do apologise for the delay in getting it onto YouTube. I have been having technology issues during the Mercury Retrograde, and I'd started with the air signs and fire signs this time because they didn't have a mid-May reading. So I've just had to work with the energy. So I appreciate your patience, and it feels like the message is meant to come through now. So whenever you find it, it's meant for you. But of course, always use your discernment. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It might not be your story, could be someone else's. This is based on the collective energy for the sun sign of Scorpio. You might want to check your moon or rising sign to get a bigger picture. But bearing in mind, it is collective energy. Roles can be reversed. I could be picking up on cross-watcher energy, so always use your discernment. Take what resonates. Don't try and make anything fit if it doesn't. And of course, this reading today is for entertainment purposes because it is collective energy. It's a general reading, but if you'd like a personal reading unique to your story, then you can find details of how to do so in the description box below. Of course, just to point out as well that in this 3D reality in which we're navigating, free will is always at play, so bear that in mind as well. What we're going to do, Scorpio, is I'm going to take a card from the Power of Love activation deck to set the tone for the reading. Then I'm going to use my tarot deck, clarified by another tarot deck if I need to, and then a couple of oracle cards just to close out the reading. Okay, so let's jump right in. Okay, Spirit, what do we have for Scorpio, please, for their June 2021 love reading? Okay, I've got two that flipped out there. That one flipped out also. Interesting. We have loyalty. That came out for another zodiac sign. I can't remember which one it was now, but very much heart chakra vibes from this. So loyalty, your reliability demonstrates your loving sense of devotion and consistency of being. See, I can't get my words out there. Apologies. So there is something to say about loyalty when it comes to matters of the heart, and knowing that you are loyal and very heart focused. And of course, that's what we seek, don't we, in love connections, having that reciprocation. Cause and effect, you are aware that the love you create in your thoughts is an agent of change and the foundation of your results. Now, this was in reverse, and I don't usually take reversals when it comes to oracle cards. However, it feels like it could be relevant. It might be something to do with allowing yourself to really focus on what it is you're thinking in terms of your internal reality is creating your external reality. The internal condition creates the external outer world that we experience in our own lives. So focusing on the loyalty that you have within from a heart space, but also desiring that in a partner, and just being aware that positive thoughts is then going to create positive results. In whatever way that manifests for you, in whatever way that resonates for you. Because I'm sure you've experienced when you've been having a bad day, other things seem to go bad as well, because our kind of thoughts are in that negative pattern. But it's keeping that positivity and remaining loyal and true to the heart. Okay, so we'll see what cards obviously come out with that. Just pop those two up there a moment. Actually, I'll put them like that. Sorry, Scorpio, I'm also using a slightly different setup today as well, just to get this done for you. So we've got the Light Seas Tarot. Let's jump right in. I'm going to take some cards for your energy and then your person's energy. So the person you're connecting to, the person you are here to find out about. Of course, this can resonate for singles as well as those of you in a relationship. Always use your discernment. Okay, for Scorpio, what do we have, please, Spirit? Well, that one came out first of all, Two of Cups in reverse, which I'm going to take because that feels like it's relating to the connection. So it is a soulmate connection, but there could be some separation here. There could be some delays as a result of that separation. This is a beautiful, beautiful card in this deck. I love the Light Seers Tarot deck anyway. But the blending from these two souls and the colour that's created from that, from the emotion, because it's Cups energy, is just beautiful. And it's not to say that that's not there, just as a blue bottle comes in and reminds me of that. Signs from Spirit all the time. But yes, there is something to be said here about some separation and perhaps sensing that within the connection. And it doesn't have to be physical separation. It can be, but it could be energetic, emotional separation, however it resonates for you. Of course, it also reminds me, just as I look at that card, of the scales. And I know it's not the Justice card, but it just reminds me, just as it was there, I was looking at it, of the balance and the sort of equal. It is that reciprocation, isn't it? It's reciprocation of energy, reciprocation of love, reciprocation of emotions. So maybe there's something to be said for that, and that could be why the cause and effect card came out in reverse, because maybe there is a need to balance that out somehow. But we'll see what else we get. So this is for your energy, Scorpio. What do we have, please, Spirit, from the pure white light of unconditional love and divine source energy for Scorpio in this love reading today, whenever they find the message? Okay. Oh, yeah, that one popped out. Right, 6 of Wands in reverse. Okay, so there is perhaps a sense of lack of victory in this connection. But we do have the Strength card that came out. So that is powerful major arcana energy. Of course, it's Leo energy. It's in your energy. Of course, it could be reversed once we see what other cards come out. But you might have strong Leo placements in your chart anyway. And of course, Wands is fire energy. But that is in reverse. And maybe there is a sense that you're not being seen in this connection. Perhaps there's a sense that you're not being seen. Okay, and then we have Page of Cups. Okay, so this is innocent energy. This is unconditional love. This is almost fantasy, but not illusionary. I don't feel that from this card. I always pick up the purity of the unconditional love because it's page energy. So there is a fresh innocence to it, and very much that kind of imagining, almost daydreaming of love connections in that sense. That's where the purity and the innocence comes in, of the love that's wanting to be expressed and the love that you want in your life ultimately. But I do see blue, so there is communication there potentially that could be blocking it, but it might not. That's just what I'm seeing from the colour in the card. Let's have a look at your person's energy though. Let's see what comes out for your person. Okay, we've got the Queen of Wands in reverse. So we've got 2 Wands cards in reverse. You could be dealing with a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sag. You don't have to be. And as I say, roles can be reversed. So we'll see what comes out. Queen of Wands in reverse. Oh, okay. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is the quickest knight in the deck. 5 of Cups in reverse. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. Just feeling into these cards then. We've got page energy here and we've got knight energy here. So there is kind of progression, there is growth. It's in 2 different energies though, bear that in mind. But there does seem to be more of a sense of movement forward in terms of thoughts, because Knight of Swords, once the Knight of Swords makes a decision, there is hasty movement in that direction. Often a choice needs to be made, so it might be that your person needs to make a choice. It can also indicate hasty energy, as in erratic energy, almost going for something without fully thinking it through, but I don't feel that's the case here. Because we've got the 5 of Cups in reverse, and in the upright, this is self-sabotage, because, you know, it's focusing on loss. It's focusing on the loss of these cups that have spilled from the past, you know, past connections, past fears, emotionally drained from those situations. Your person may be feeling a bit depleted because of that. And as a result, you know, you've got these fantastic cups here of divine love, you know, and it's emotional. It could offer that happiness, but she's choosing to put her foot in that cup and actually tipping it away into this cycle almost. So in reverse, it could be that your person is coming out of a cycle of self-sabotage, which is obviously positive if they're coming out of it. They've done the healing work. It's based on emotions and feelings. And this could be what's leading to this fast movement, but there's still a need with the Queen of Wands in reverse to actually have more of a go-getter approach to have that courage to take action towards passion. Knight of Swords would be that action. Okay, that's interesting. But in your energy with the Strength card, you've got the strength there, but you want to be seen. You've got that unconditional love for your person, but you want to be seen and you want to have the strength. Perhaps you have the strength. I mean, what I'm drawn to is the fact that in this card, again, it's a beautiful deck. You know, we've got the human side, we've got the lion side. There's almost two sides here. And it could be that the one side of you is wanting to be seen by your person in this connection. And the other side, which actually has the strength, has that unconditional love. So merging the two, it's almost, again, that balance, isn't it? But needing to be seen, the feeling of needing to be seen. Using your strength in this love connection, but actually wanting to be seen by your person. And your person is moving out of a cycle. So that could be why they're maybe not recognizing your strength, because they're too focused on movement towards something. Okay, I might clarify, but let's look at the connecting energy. This is for Scorpio and their person, the one they're here to find out about, the one they're connecting with. Let's have a look. As I say, roles can be reversed and it's not gender specific, it's just the energy of the cards, okay? Right, connecting energy, 8 of Cups in reverse and 4 of Pentacles. There is a guardedness here, that's what it is. Either you, your person, or both of you are feeling guarded because of movement away from pain. So of course, you're going to want to protect your stability and your own security. And that makes sense because of this 8 of Cups in reverse, because that is walking away from that which is no longer serving you. So there's a need to do that fully because it's in reverse, and to move towards the direction of the light, you know, moving away from what's no longer serving, which is this town in the background here, situation, however it applies. But actually, you know, being guarded as a result. What else do we have? That card sticking up. I feel it needs to take, yeah, 5 of Swords, inner conflict. Okay, there's some sort of inner conflict here in the mind, in the thoughts between the connecting energy. So it could be you, your person, or both of you. Take it how it resonates. But there's some being caught up in thoughts here, potentially leading to the guarded energy or as a result of the guarded energy. And yeah, on the bottom of the deck, this is hidden, what you don't necessarily see, which is the 3 of Swords in reverse. So there's a need to patch up the heart again because of past heartbreak. Could also relate to third-party issues that have ended. But here, you know, this person has actually been kind of pulled in different directions, causing this heartbreak. But in reverse, there's a sense of coming out of heartbreak again, walking away from that which isn't serving you, your person, or both of you. To patch the heart back together, to move away from the inner conflict, because underneath that we have Page of Pentacles, which is a new stable beginning. And it's very Jupiterian here. We are now in Jupiter retrograde at the time of recording this video. So there, I always feel intuitively from this card there's an expansive energy here. But of course, on top of that was that movement away from heartbreak. So that may still be needed. It may still need to be closing out of cycles for your person, as an example. But I also see a cycle up here, so it could relate to both of you in order to move forward. So let's have a look and see. That could, of course, be why we've got 2 of Cups in reverse. Let's see what we've got as challenges and spiritual advice, please, for Scorpio and their person in this connection. Scorpio and their person in this connection, please, from the pure white light. What do we have? What do we have, please? 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so there's some impatience here. That could be a challenge. And of course, the advice for that would be to be patient and to trust in divine timing. I know that can be frustrating to hear sometimes, especially if you've been waiting for something for so long. But yeah, that's why, because this 5 of Swords in the connecting energy, being that inner conflict in the mind, tormented by thoughts, is then leading to this 8 of Swords, which is actually being really bound by the thoughts. And there is toxicity to this. But actually, it's illusionary, because the character on the card here is absolutely fine. This is just what they think is going on, because it's all swords energy, it's all thoughts. So there's a need to actually trust in divine timing, and to not get caught up in the thoughts of when's this going to happen, when are things going to get resolved. There's an element of trust to bring about the union energy. But again, I see another cycle here. Cycles need to close out in order for new cycles to begin, and that could be in an existing relationship, or it could be closing out an old cycle to enter a new relationship. Again, it's however it resonates. But of course, Four of Wands is union energy. It's the 1111 card. It's celebratory, it's joy. But it's in reverse. So in order for that to come about, there is a need to move out of these inner thoughts and to be patient in the approach, but to move away from cycles that are not serving you, not serving one or both of you. Because of this here, this separation aspect could be causing the pain here, could be leading to getting caught up in the thoughts rather than trusting the intuition and trusting how it feels at soul level. Again, you know, you're aware that the love you create in your thoughts is an agent of change and the foundation of your results. So by thinking more positively about it is going to then change how you see, how you perceive things in your external reality. Because we have the Fool here. This is a new leap of faith, but also someone who's standing in their personal truth and trusting. Trusting. It's major arcana energy. It's the start of a new cycle as well. And the Moon, yeah, and it's in the upright. Trusting the intuition. Just what I was saying. Trusting the intuition. Two major arcanas. Trusting the leap of faith. Trusting the intuition. Going to the depths of your soul. The Moon might be significant next week. The full moon, which is going to be in Capricorn. I think it's the 26th, 25th or 26th, or maybe 27th, depending on where you are in the world. But also this balance here of divine masculine, divine feminine. Going to the depths of your soul and trusting in your intuition, moving away from illusion. But this trust here, it's almost like she's actually taken a leap, but she's dived into her intuition to fully recognize what it is, and cycle closeouts, you know. And that could be for you, your person, or both of you. Closing out of old cycles to begin a new cycle with the Fool energy. Beautiful. Let's see what we've got from the supporting oracles. So let's have a look first of all with the Angel Answers Oracle. So this is for Scorpio in this love reading. Yeah, had quite a few for there, but we have perfect timing. Yeah, that relates back to this, doesn't it? Divine timing, the appreciation of divine timing. Okay, waiting for the right time. We need to heal first before we can jump into anything new, because otherwise we're just going to be vibrating at the same energetic level and we're going to experience the same issues. And that's why it's important to close out old cycles that have not been serving us. Something that came up in the Sunday spiritual session I recorded earlier today, which you can find on my channel, is about moving away from toxicity. So that feels quite key as well. And certainly as we come up to full moon energy, it's always important to focus on what can be released, what's not serving you anymore for your highest good. To release that in order to bring in the new. We need to remove old cycles, remove stagnant energy, move away from toxicity, you know, walk away from anything that's not serving our highest good, our highest emotional good, to make space for the new, because there is abundance here. There is abundance here. And a further message on the bottom of the deck to remain positive. And look, that's a confirmation, not the right time. Okay, and that's not wanting to be, because there's big happy changes coming. That's not saying it's never the time, because we've got perfect timing. This is saying it's not the right time now. There's still some work going on here for you, your person, both of you. But the perfect timing is coming. Remain positive. Remain positive, because what you think, don't get tied up in the Five of Swords energy or the Eight of Swords energy, because what you think manifests into your reality. Believe, trust, be like the Fool, trust. Focus on your intuition with the Moon card. Release anything that's no longer serving you at the full moon for your highest good. Remain loyal in your heart space, and that will be reflected back to you. But believe you're worthy of love as well, Scorpio. That's very important as well. Moonology deck. Let's see what we have, please, for Scorpio in this love reading. Thank you. You've got the strength within. You've got the strength within, because the strength card came up. And you've got that unconditional love for somebody. You just have the desire to be seen, and there's frustration because of some separation or distance. Show the world the real you. Yeah, absolutely. Be true to you. Be true to you. And that's a full moon energy card as well. So it feels like you need to really focus on your soul. Show the world the real you. Show the connection the real you. Show you the real you. What else do we have, please, for Scorpio? Thank you so much. Okay. Your hard work is paying off. Okay, so this is new moon energy for this one. So it's new moon in Capricorn, which obviously isn't going to be until, you know, months ahead. But it's the full moon in Capricorn that's coming up next week. But we've got full moon and new moon card. So perhaps the cycle between the full moon coming up and the next new moon might be significant. Take it how it resonates. But certainly for the healing work and releasing work, it's a good time to be releasing around the full moon and then setting those intentions in advance of the new moon, because the energy is gaining momentum. And what I see here is the two birds. But interestingly, I do see a third bird. So it might be, as I'm drawn to look back at that, that you or your person might be coming out of third-party energy. It doesn't have to be another person, but I just see the three here. It could be anything that's been calling you or your person away from the connection. Third-party energy can be anything like that, other commitments, work, projects, etc., anything. It can also be people, but it doesn't always have to be. But what I see is two here united. So that's how we want to flip that. The two united with the Two of Cups. And the other one here. So moving away from that third party energy, moving away from that which is no longer serving you, if that resonates for you or your person. And extremely important, what I was saying, surrender. It's all part of the process. Surrender and trust with that leap of faith into a new beginning. Full moon, releasing. Definitely need to release toxicity, stagnant energy, stagnant emotions, anything like that that's been keeping you bonded to something not serving you, you or your person, or both of you, and to release. Set those intentions to release what is no longer for your highest good, to embrace the new positive opportunities that can come into you in relation to love. Okay, I hope that finds you well, Scorpio. As I say, sorry for the delay, but I feel the messages were quite timely because the full moon is obviously coming up further into this week. So it does feel timely from that point of view. So yeah, it might not resonate with you. It might not be your story. It could be someone else's. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Details of a personal reading, of how to book a personal reading, should I say, can be found in the description box below. In the meantime, I really appreciate your support. As always, if you could like, share and subscribe, that just helps get the message out to as many people in the collective as possible. It helps grow the channel in that respect. And of course, the message could then make it to somebody. It could reach somebody who really needs to see it at that time. So it's all about spreading love, light and positivity out there into the collective. Much needed at this time. So I hope that finds you well, Scorpio. Until the next time, I send you love, light and blessings. God bless.